What is up, guys? Back at you again today with another video. Got you a special one. I haven't posted in a while. Been pretty busy, so that's kind of that. I got a new camera, which I'm currently not using because I'm having difficulty, but it's an action camera. It's like an off-brand GoPro, basically. And hopefully soon I can get it working. Okay. Here's my problem. If any of you guys know how to fix this, please let me know in the comments, because I've looked everywhere online. There's like nothing trying to help me out. So, if you guys know anywhere I can find a solution, or if you yourself know a solution, please let me know. So it's like, this is what it looks like, by the way. It supposedly films in 4K, but I think at best it does 180p. So, it's still pretty good quality. I think 180p for videos. And my problem I'm having with it is I'm recording stuff, and it takes a micro SD card, right? And to utilize your micro SD card, you either put it into a adapter for a regular SD card and put it inside that, blah, blah, blah. But I just used, since it takes the micro SD, I took the micro SD and I bought a converter, USB, for my laptop. So I put the micro SD in there, and then I plug it into my laptop, bada bing, bada boom, I get on there. And it's not a video file, it's instead just the audio, and it's just black. But then there's also a feature on here that you can take still pictures, which they're terrible quality, but you can take those, and I took a couple, and I plugged the micro SD in to USB, plug up the computer, click on the file, and there's the picture. So it records video and audio, just not at the same time, I guess. I don't know, that's why if you guys have any solutions, let me know. But let's get into this. So Record Store Day 2018 was a blast. I Ubered down there. Still don't have a car or a license, so I'm gonna have to find other means of transportation. No one would take me, so me and my friend, we just Ubered down there from my house. Ubered back. It was a fun day. Walked around. Got a good exercise in, because later on that night was a Thunder over Louisville, which, if you guys remember from last year and the year before that, I actually did Comic Call from Thunder over Louisville, because there's a little store, Hockey Man's. But some tragedy struck lately, and it's that their owner, he hadn't been working for a couple months, but he passed away recently, like last week. It's very sad. I'd met the guy a couple times. He's really nice. They're doing pretty good in business still. I mean, they're one of the best shops around for Magic the Gathering and cards and stuff. That's where they do 90% of the business from. Comics, that's why they all have back issues there, $1. That's all they really sell comics-wise. So they're not very popular as far as comics go, but their Magic the Gathering does really well, and they're under new management and ownership now. So, and they got rid of a lot of the sports memorabilia, because that the owner, Ken, he was big into that. So it's a sad thing. He was an awesome dude. He's the one who showed me where the comics were at. He let me buy some. Then I really haven't had that many conversations with him. You know, when I went there, it's just a casual, hey, how are you? Good. You pay for your stuff and you leave. He seemed like a nice enough guy. I didn't really know him, of course, because I wasn't personal with him, but that's that. It's very sad. But the store is open, so it was closed, not because of that, but just because of Thunder. So maybe next year it'll be open. I might just go down there myself, because I saw a cool thing in the window. It was like a Ringo Starr Titans figure. I'm taking too long. Let me get into this. Don't want to waste your guys' time. So, the Great Escape Louisville, this is why I wish I would have my action cam so I could have vlogged this. They had a Record Store Day sale where they had 25-cent records. They had all sorts of cool stuff going on. In the parking lot, they had like a pavement, a couple live bands playing, one live band, and then two guys, one with some bongos and the other with the acoustic guitar singing. I'm not going to lie, the live music wasn't that good. They had a representative from the School of Rock there, raffling out a Squier guitar, and, supporting the program, which that's all cool, but, that's expensive, and I don't know, that's something for me. But I signed up for the raffle because that's a nice guitar. And then the cool part was there was a bunch of artists there that were so cool. Bunch of them. I tried to buy from every one of them, except for one that was a little bit overpriced. But two of them did not accept cash, and the other one did. I mean, they didn't accept card, because I didn't have any cash on me. one of them did accept card, but she wouldn't let me buy because she said she's selling buttons, that handcrafted buttons. They looked pretty cool, and I wanted to. They were $1 a piece, and I wanted to buy 2. She said I need to buy at least 5. I wanted to use my card, so I was like, yeah, okay, no thanks. Because I only wanted the 2. I didn't want 5. So I didn't buy any from her or the other people that didn't take card. So let me show you the cool indie comics I got. So this one was really cool. The guy, personally talked to him when I bought this from him. It's called Black Bog by Ben Sears. Some of you may have heard of him. It's really good. The art is fantastic. I love it. It's geared a little bit more towards younger audiences. Then again, he when I was speaking to him, he said he used to do backgrounds for like Cartoon Network. But he published this graphic novel of this with some indie publisher, and a lot of the old Adventure Time background artists are also publishers on that. He said he never published for Adventure Time. He never did any backgrounds for Adventure Time, but he didn't tell me what cartoons he did. I didn't really ask, but he said he did it for Cartoon Network. So it's pretty cool if you guys have heard of him. Art in this book, I was just taken away by it because he draws this by hand, and the quality of this is pretty cool. It's a little small. The cover looks pretty awesome. I like it. So next up is the Drug Dogs zine. So I think that's pretty cool. It's called a zine magazine. When I went up to the booth, the guy was like, he saw my shirt. I had a Motorhead shirt on with an Iron Maiden necklace, a couple Sabbath patches. I mean, buttons, not patches. It's like just buttons like that. And he goes, hey man, you into metal? I was like, yeah man. And he was like, dude, check out my zine. It's got a bunch of metal stuff in there. So look at that. There's Eddie from Iron Maiden right there. You got that guy. Don't know where actually he's from, but if you flip through it, there's actually just a lot of metal stuff. The dude seemed pretty metal himself. And I asked him how much it was, and he was like, $5 or best offer. And I was like, all right, I'll take it for $5, man. And I was like, you guys take card? And he was like, nope, sorry, we do not. And I was like, oh, shoot. And I was like, well, do you know where there's an ATM anywhere? He's like, you know what, man? Just take it, man. You can have it. So I got this for free, man. That was so cool. He had other stuff that I really wanted to buy, but I never got around to getting any cash. There's no ATM nearby. So it kind of sucked. But that guy was so awesome to give me this for free. And I mean, it's just an awesome bit of artwork. It's personal. It's indie. It's amazing. It's an awesome magazine. Look at that. That's from Megadeth right there. So just a really cool guy. Hopefully I can find him on social media and thank him for it. And maybe post a advertisement. Because I do have quite a few followers on Instagram. So maybe that could be a little bit of a payback. You know, I wish I would have got some cash to buy some more stuff from him. I really do. But the Drug Dog zine. It's cool indie stuff. And then I got one more thing from a local artist. I've seen him before. Bought some things from him at Comic-Con. He was the least friendly, actually. His name is Steven Bowman. He's pretty friendly at Comic-Con when I went, but he didn't seem too into what he was at. When I saw him, he was just like, hey man, blah blah blah. Sold me this and said thanks. Yeah, that's it. Don't know if you guys will be able to see this too well, but it's a print. It's like a little, like a Tokyo type place. Futuristic. But he's a really good artist. I like the dude's stuff. His comic that he writes pretty good too. Wish he had some of those. He had one for sale, but it was like graphic novel, and I just wanted the single issues, so. Alright, and then I picked up some comics from inside, of course. So, you know, Superman's 80th anniversary was recently, this week, so. Superman issue 45. Rebirth. Pretty sweet one, if I do say so myself. Haven't really read Superman or Action Comics, but I really want to. But the cover was pretty sweet. You know, you need some of that Superman stuff. Next, I caught myself up on Marvel 2-in-1. So there's issue 5. Love the cover on that. Really do. Then this was $1. The Infinity Incoming True Believers. So I was like, you know, why not? And then last but not least, I got the latest issue of Doomsday Clock. The Rorschach Pancakes. Pretty sweet. Then, so that was the first stop. So we walked down the street for a while. We get to a shop called Electric Ladyland, which I got a record from. Then I went to Better Days Record, which I also bought a record from. And then our next stop was Book and Music Exchange, which the selection can be lame, but it can also be good. So I will be going back there soon, hopefully. Don't know when, but here's what I picked up from there. The Gene Simmons biography, written by himself, so it's an autobiography, called Kiss and Makeup by Gene Simmons. Nothing to do with makeup, it's just kind of the story of Kiss and Gene Simmons, so it's really cool. I'm kind of excited to read it. It was $10, but I had $3 worth of credit, so got it for $7. So I'm excited for this. And this I didn't get from Record Store Day, but I figured since I'm showing you books, might as well show you this. This came in the mail the other day. Tales from the Devil's Hill by E. Race. He's actually a super cool dude. I follow him on Instagram. He's got a rather small Instagram following so far. I mean, it's not rather small. It's about 5. I think it's up to like 700 now, actually. So it's getting up there. But he's an awesome dude. He posts like horror stuff, and it always seemed like he knew what he was talking about. So he wrote himself an anthology horror book, and I was like, dude, I have to get this. So I got it off Amazon. So I'm going to post a link to his Amazon in the description below, so you guys can check that out. Because you won't be disappointed by checking this book out if you guys like horror stories and anthology stories, or just a good book if you want something to read. It's pretty good, I'm not going to lie. He's a good writer. I think he's got much going for him, so it's $8, not that bad. If you want to follow him on Instagram, his Instagram is @HalloweenEddie. Check it out, and if you post it on Instagram personally, thank you for buying it, have a conversation with you, ask you about your favorite story. So he's a real down-to-earth guy. Really appreciates his customers and his fan base. Awesome, man. So Infinity War's coming out this weekend. I'm probably going to try and go see it. Don't know, because I know I have to work this weekend. So if I have time off, we'll definitely go see it. So this I picked up from The Great Escape 2. It's also books. I can't move this back anymore, but it's the Beatles solo. It's just a collection of books. Big old they're all hardback. Like, they're all illustrated little books of each one of the members of the Beatles. So, it's pretty cool. At first I thought they were like CDs, but then I picked it up. And no. And I only paid $12 for this, so I was pretty stoked. Not gonna lie. So, I had to buy that. Now on to the real stuff, which would be the records. So I got this in the mail today, so technically not on Record Store Day, but who cares. AFI, The Art of Drowning. Jeez. Stuff doesn't want to record. Which is super cool. Love AFI. Recently got, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I recently got a AFI All Hallows EP, which was orange. I think this one's colored too. Go ahead and find out. Can't we now? If I can get it open without damaging the sleeve, it's just always a bit tricky. Perfect. This is an LP, by the way. It's a full album. Now for the Grand Eval. There's the sleeve. Let's see if it'll stay. And yes, it is colored. And it looks beautiful. Look at that. Wowza. So I'm about to parade that on my Instagram as soon as I get done filming this. It's a beautiful looking vinyl. Nice and colored. AFI's best album. Well, I like the All Hallows EP. But if I had to pick a second, it would definitely be The Art of Drowning. They're nice post-punk, alternative, progressive, whatever subgenre you want to categorize them as. They're good. Just check them out if you like that type of music. If not, check them out anyways, because they're good. So this was a free CD, Record Store Day. It's a couple songs from a couple bands. There's also a free DC CD called Rocket Paloma. And I have one more free CD. Don't know where it's at currently. So sorry about that. Now on to the rest of the records. So I found this vintage Bob Dylan vinyl called Bob Dylan Desire for $10, but 20% off that. Ooh, dang. Tripod wants to kill itself, I guess. Come on now, tripod. What the heck? Okay. So yeah. Okay. It's a pretty nice one. I love Bob Dylan. Earlier stuff, the Free Will and Bob Dylan. That's one I'd really like to have on vinyl right there. Or The Times They Are Changing. That'd be a cool one. He's a good folk musician. Good. I have a very big respect for Bob Dylan. He's an influence on the world of music and rock music and just lyrics in general. So here's another one. This is the only Record Store Day exclusive that I actually picked up. Which they had a ton, but they didn't really have the ones I wanted. They had one that I was thinking of getting, which was The Disturbed. But this one was cheaper than that one. And it's colored. And I really like Ron Gallo. If you guys haven't heard of this dude, he's pretty cool. He's a very hipster rock type stuff. So if you're into that, it's kind of like... if you read that right there, it kind of speaks on the genre a bit. But I can't really describe it. It's kind of like... I wouldn't say hard rock. I wouldn't say soft rock. Not rockabilly. Kind of just like your typical garage band type stuff. It's good stuff. And his lyrics are cool. Like the title of this album is Really Nice Guys. And it's about people talking about your band. They're like, oh, they're really nice guys, but when they start playing, you want to rip out your eyes. So, you know, they're good guys. They're nice guys, but they suck. Basically is what he's saying. And as you can see, the cover is actually clearance Goodwill, as it is price final, because, you know, the music sucks. But it doesn't. I like it. And, of course, it's a Record Store Day exclusive, and it's on orange vinyl, so my favorite color is orange, so we're definitely about to play that tonight. And this I got from Electric Ladyland. I thought this was cool. So if any of you know what bebop music is, it's like post-jazz, kind of similar to that. Dance music. So this band is called Bebop Deluxe. But then the name of the album is Axe Victim. And the cover is literally a bass guitar that's a skull. I'm like, wait a minute. Bebop music. Axe Victim. Bass guitar with a skull. That doesn't add up to bebop music. So I looked it up about the band. They aren't. They're like a 80s, I think 70s or 80s hard rock band. But my dad used to go to Electric Ladyland. He told me that they have a bunch of weird music, and if you're ever in there to check out and buy some of their vinyl, you'll find something you'll probably like. So these guys look kind of cool. Don't know how cool they're going to be, but we're going to check it out. I mean, the cover looks pretty sweet, so don't know if any of you guys ever heard of this. Let me know if you have in the comments below. This tripod is really wanting to give me some hassle. The sun's going down, that's why it keeps getting worse and worse lighting. Alright guys, we have one more vinyl to show you. Oh, I found that other CD. This is they're all pretty much indie CDs, like local creators. So it's called Free Dubs, PJ Gifted, so it's rap, of course. So we're going to check that out, see if it's any good. Not a big fan of modern rap, as most of you know. Like some Eminem, you know, their classic stuff. Not just a big fan of rap in general. It's not my vibe. I'm more of a metal rock dude, but... So this is the best of Eric Burden and the Animals. If you don't know the Animals, you ever heard the song House of the Rising Sun? Yeah, that was the Animals. And they were one of the really big British invasion bands. So, and this was actually one of the 25 cent records. So I was like, yes, please. So pick that up for 25 cents. So, yeah. That's it. So that's all for today, guys. Sorry I haven't filmed in a while. Would like to do some more. Record collection coming soon. Bigger comic haul, because I still get all this. This is stuff you guys haven't seen. All the stuff behind that you haven't seen. So I'm going to bid you guys farewell. So peace out.